इस वीडियो में हम प्लियोट्रॉपिक जीन के बारे में पढ़ेंगे. So a pleiotropic gene can be defined. A gene which control more than one character is called pleiotropic genes. Or we can also define pleiotropy, the phenomena in which single gene affects two or more traits. This is called pleiotropy. Such a gene with multiple phenotypic effect is called pleiotropic gene. So pleiotropic gene produce multiple phenotypic effect. For example, a single gene which is a pleiotropic gene, it controls more than one phenotypic effects, which is known as pleiotropic genes. For example, we take the example of human beings to understand the pleiotropic gene very easily. Growth genes of human beings, growth gene of human beings, it also control or it also affects weight and height of the human beings. So a single gene, it control growth of the human beings, height of the human beings, and weight of the human beings, or we can say it affects growth of the human beings, height of the human being, and weight of the human beings. So we can say that this gene is known as pleiotropic gene, and the phenomena or the process is called pleiotropy. We take another example. For example, white eye color gene of Drosophila is also responsible to control the shape of the spermatheca. And spermatheca is sperm storing organ. So it controls white eye color as well as shape of the spermatheca. We take another example of pleiotropic gene in pea plants, a single gene which is a pleiotropic gene. It controls flower color, seed coat color, a red spot on leaf axils. So a single gene, when it controls three traits, three characters, it is called a pleiotropic gene. For example, in pea plants, a single gene which is known as the B gene, which is a pleiotropic genes, we take both the example of dominant as well as incomplete dominant. So in case of dominant B genes, it control a character known as seed shape. It have three traits: round in case of homozygous dominant. In heterozygous condition, it also produce the round because of dominance condition. In homozygous recessive, it produce a wrinkled. In another case, in which the B gene is incompletely dominant, it control character 2, size of the starch grain. So in homozygous dominant form, it produce large. In heterozygous form, it produce medium. Why it produce medium? Because of incomplete dominant. While in homozygous recessive form, it produce the smaller. So the conclusion of the example: dominance is not an autonomous self feature of a gene. It depends upon product of gene, particular phenotypic character that we choose to examine, study in case of pleiotropic genes. As we know that genes, it produce the, when it express himself, it produce the enzyme, it produce the protein. This enzyme will combine with the substrate and it produce the products. But when it does not express, it does not produce the enzyme, it does not combine with the substrate, and the products will be not produced. So the B genes, in case of dominant, it control the seed shape character, while in incomplete dominant form, it control the size of the starch grain character. We take the example: a pure round seed shaped pea plant is crossed with a wrinkled seed shaped plants and produce F1 generation. In F1 generation, wrinkled seeds are obtained, large size starch grains are obtained, medium size starch grains are obtained, and small size starch grains are obtained. So here we can say that B gene, it controls the shape of the seed as well as size of the starch grain. In case of shape of the seed, it is dominant, while in case of size of the starch grain, it is a incomplete dominance. So pure round, when they are crossed with a wrinkled, so it is homozygous dominant and it is a homozygous recessive. It produces heterozygous condition. But the shape of the seed, the B gene is dominant, while size of the starch grain, it is incomplete dominant. So the correct answer will be medium size starch grains are obtained. If you like the video, please share, subscribe and watch. Thank you.